Hello my dear weebs and welcome to a new video. Today we compiled for you the top 10 best transferred to another world anime. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell and leave a like if you enjoy the video. Now without further ado, let's start. Number 10. I'm Standing on a Million Lives. Yusuke Yatsuya has always disliked Tokyo, but he especially hates the people who live in it. He would rather thrive in a virtual world than try to get along with those around him. Mere moments later, Yatsuya enters a state of free fall, and the world begins to change around him. Dropping into a large pool of water, the first thing he sees when he comes to his senses is an assortment of enormous monsters. He soon finds out that he has been brought into a game world by Shindu and Hakazaki and that he must complete a quest within 14 days. There's one thing that separates this world from the real world: anyone who dies will be brought back to life in 30 seconds as long as one party member is alive. Tasked with numerous quests that increase in difficulty over time, Yatsuya, Shindu, and Hakazaki attempt to discover the mystery behind the perplexing game world. Number 9. High-Rise Invasion. High school girl Yuri suddenly finds herself on the rooftop of a high-rise building. She's trapped in a bizarre world surrounded by skyscrapers, where a masked man cracked open a man's head with an axe before her eyes. Finding a way to survive this bizarre world, find her beloved brother, and escape becomes her top priority, but she is beset by danger not just from the mysterious masks, which possess both inhuman strength and cruelty, but other survivors turned cruel or desperate by the insanity of the high-rise world. Number 8. Infinite Dendrogram. In the year 2043, Infinite Dendrogram, the world's first successful full-dive VR MMO, was released. In addition to its ability to perfectly simulate the five senses, along with its many other amazing features, the game promised to offer players a world full of infinite possibilities. Nearly 2 years later, soon-to-be college freshman, Reiji Mokudori, is finally able to buy a copy of the game and start playing. With some help from his experienced older brother, Shu, and his partner Embryo, Reiji embarks on an adventure into the world of Infinite Dendrogram. Just what will he discover and encounter in this game world known for its incredible realism and infinite possibilities? Number 7. Seven Senses of the Reunion. In the globally popular MMORPG Union, there was once a top group of players named Subaru, made of 6 elementary school friends. However, once one of their members passes away inside the game, Union ended service. 6 years later, a new game called Reunion is launched, with similar mechanics, and when Haruto, one of Subaru's original members, meets Asahi, his partner who died 6 years before, the members of Subaru gather once again to uncover the mystery behind it. Number 6. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Urano Motosu loves books and has an endless desire to read literature, no matter the subject. She almost fulfills her dream job of becoming a librarian before her life is ended in an accident. As she draws her last breath, she wishes to be able to read more books in her next life. As if fate was listening to her prayer, she wakes up reincarnated as Mine, a frail 5-year-old girl living in a medieval era. What immediately comes to her mind is her passion. She tries to find something to read, only to become frustrated by the lack of books at her disposal. Without the printing press, books have to be written and copied by hand, making them very expensive. As such, only a few nobles can afford them, but this won't stop Mine. She will prove that her will to read is unbreakable, and if there are no books around, she will make them herself. Number 5. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. High school student Makoto Masumi is called into a fantasy world by the god Tsukimichi in order to be a hero. However, the goddess ruling the world isn't as thrilled to have him there, and kicks him to the edge of the world. Tsukimichi declares that Makoto is free to find his own way after Makoto is abandoned by the other goddess. Number 4. The Ambition of Oda Nobuna. high school student Yashiharu Sadara wakes up and finds himself in the middle of a raging Sengoku period battle. He is saved by the legendary Hideyoshi Toyotomi, but at the cost of the hero's life. With his dying breath, the warrior pleads for Yashiharu to become a feudal lord in his place. Now that the course of history has been changed, Yashiharu pledges to keep the timeline from diverging any further. However, after rescuing Nobuna Oda, whom he discovers is actually the fabled Nobunaga Oda's female counterpart, Yashiharu realizes he has been transported to an alternate reality where most of Japan's historical warlords are now cute girls. Number 3. Outbreak Company. Shinichi Kanu is a shut-in otaku with a vast knowledge of anime, manga, and video games. One day, after applying for a job in hopes of escaping his secluded lifestyle, he is kidnapped and transported to the Elden Empire, a fantasy world filled with elves, dragons, and dwarves. Trapped in this strange land, Shinichi is given an unlikely task by the Japanese government to spread otaku culture across the realm by becoming an otaku missionary. To accomplish his mission, Shinichi has the full support of the Japanese government, as well as the half-elf maid Musil and Princess Petrarca of the Elden Empire. Together with this ragtag bunch, he will overcome the obstacles of politics, social classes, and ethnic discrimination to promote the ways of the otaku in this holy land. Number 2. Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. When Haruhito awakens, he's in the dark, he doesn't know where he is, why he is here, and where he came from. Around him there are several men and women who have the same circumstances. Haruhito and his companions find themselves in a game-like world called Grimgar and must form a party, cooperate, and learn new skills to survive the harsh environment together. When all of the stronger candidates join together, those left behind must create a party together to survive. Despite its resemblance to one, this is no game, there are no redos or respawns, it is kill or be killed. It is now up to this ragtag group of unlikely fighters to survive together in a world where life and death are separated only by a fine line. Number 1. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his mind, and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he has reincarnated as a goop of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably, the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon the sealed catastrophe-level monster storm dragon Veldora, who had been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ashes. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him, promising to assist in destroying the seal. In return, Veldora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest to grant him divine protection. Now, liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate. Well everyone, that's it for today's. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you're new, remember to hit the notifications button for more upcoming video. See you guys in the next one.